Good morning, welcome back to Casa.texpina. We're on build day number 231. It's Saturday, it's payday, it's the end of the week. Finally get a day off. Today we're going to be having something exciting to show you. Our contractors, our subcontractors for us that we subcontracted today, well not today but they showed up today, are here to install our solar hot water heater system that's going to be going up here on the south side of the house, so it gets the most sun exposure throughout the day. We're going to have free hot water basically. So these are the guys way down here, and as I get walking around and showing you where everybody's at, I will show you what they're doing. So we're going to watch this throughout the day. So let's get started. Alright, so our good guys from Solar Heart are here to install our solar hot water heater. This is the tank, these are the panels, and it's going right up there. So we're going to watch this most of the time throughout the day. We'll check on what's going on inside the house and then come back to this. So it's not going to be all together at one segment. I'm going to try and segment it throughout the day as we go. So stay tuned, more fun to come. All right, getting started on coming in the house. Mr. Allen is busy putting in our smart lock. Very nice, and we're very thankful that he has experience with these, because I wouldn't have the slightest clue even with the instructions. He said he's done several of these before, so no problemo. We'll check on him a little bit later too. Okay, Mr. Gel is taping off our the front of our breakfast bar here, where he's getting ready to start painting some of the front part of the breakfast bar. So looks like he's gonna start painting some of the cabinetry here in the main kitchen area. Let's take a look in the main master's bedroom area. Nothing here. Hi, good morning. Our site foreman, Mr. Marlin, is putting in the last of the tiles here in the master bath, now that we know where all of the plumbing and everything else is going and it's all finalized. All right, coming back down this side of the house, looking in the guest side, Mr. Ferdy is continuing with the baseboard installation coming down the stairs. Oh, I hear rustling in here. That means we've got electricians in here, Mr. Cho, Mr. Chucks, and this is Mr. Kerwin that you're watching. They are installing more of our LED lights up in the ceiling. So you can see they've got those two to do, and these two are installed. So that's what they're going to be working on. Oh, these two as well. Nice. All right, let's go take a look out back, outside. Our mason, Mr. Wilson, and his assistant, Mr. Jonathan, have already finished up the catch basin that they started yesterday afternoon. And they are continuing to work on this side. This is Mr. Chucks, one of our electricians. He's making an adaptation to our conduit for the generator that is over here, where Mr. Wilson is working next, because this is where all the shade is at. Mr. Wilson's kind of smart that way. He works where the shade's at most of the time throughout the day. So they're redoing this corner here and down here to make sure it stays low, flat, and has good bends in it. Easy for the wire to come through. All right, let's take a look around the corner. Inside of the garage, we got our painters, Mr. Ricky and Mr. Stanley, are working on the garage, both walls and ceiling. and Mr. Alex is working on some trim. Our two varnishers, Mr. Henry here is doing some sanding. So we're prepping the last of the doors. So I believe this is the last one to go through the rough stage, and then we've got these in various stages of stain, clear coat, sealant, and varnish. Looks like right now they're getting a lacquer sanding sealer. So they're going to get sanded a couple more times after this, and then the clear coat varnish will go on. These are for the inside. So we should finish all of these, he said by Monday. So I'm going to give him Monday. All right, and then the last individual we have on site is Mr. Lloyd. Oh, I lost him. Oh, there he is. He's over here cleaning up our site, doing an awesome job. Getting our site all cleaned up. So we're consolidating all our basura, all our construction debris, all our garbage into this one location so they can call the garbage man to come pick it up, and it's only one spot shop. All right, starting back with our solar hot water heater guys this morning. I'm already impressed. They are the first thing they did was get up there and install a lifeline system so that they've got support, because our roofing is, one, it's slippery because it's just straight metallic, and two, it is kind of a steep slope. We're at basically a 45-degree angle on our roof pitch. So that was the first thing they did, was install life support lifelines, just so they got a little bit of fall protection for them. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna watch this throughout the day, a little bit here and there. I'm not gonna try to guess what they're doing because I have no idea. I'm just watching. I know they are gonna connect to the two stub ups that we have there for the cold water supply and the hot water return, and then also the orange electrical conduit that's sticking up that will be connected as well. First thing that I see being installed are the support straps. So they've got two support straps on the top that will support the tank that you see being lifted up right now. So they're going to lift that up into place, and then the bottom straps and a support bar right here where these two gentlemen are at are what's going to support these two panels here. All right, so that's where we're at so far. You'll catch all this on time lapse. I'm doing a nice time lapse over here, borrowing the neighbor's fence because it had about the best angle, and I'll zoom in on it from there. All right, so they're lifting the tank up into place. They just slid it up the ladder there. So they got it going up into place, and they're gonna just slide it up and secure it with the straps that they had placed earlier. These guys have done this many times, so this is like old hat. They already got this routine down fairly well. All right, so the tank has been secured with the strapping, and the guys are working their way back down and getting ready to get started with the next step, which should be these panels right down here. So as you've seen on the drone, or as you saw on the drone, they have hoisted up the tank as well as the two panels. Panels are still in the cardboard boxes. They've also hoisted up the piping, the copper tubing piping that will be used to circulate the water. So water comes out of one side, goes through the piping within the solar panels, and comes out at the top on the far end and goes back through into the storage tank. It also does have an electric backup on the inside, just in case we have several consecutive days of no sun, to be able to heat up the water. But from talking with other customers that have had this system, they've actually done very well with this here in the Philippines, and some of them are even operating without using the electric backup. They just turn off the breaker for it and just use whatever the solar gives them. Works out very well for them. Alright, let's walk around and see what everybody else is working on this morning. Mr. Gel, our lead painter here, is starting to spray paint the back sides of all of our the back sides of all of our cabinets for the kitchen areas. Our electricians are putting in the LED pin lights out here on the back patios, as well as in other areas in the house, which we showed you earlier. Doing a little paint touch up because we had some of the space where the ceiling panels were starting to show already. So getting that touched up. And our front door lock is almost completed. The actual lock is installed. And now we're working on the faceplate that goes into the door, actual door side here, into the frame. So working good so far. And in the master closet, Mr. JR is continuing to do a little painting here. We're doing the back boards by paintbrush. So he's got the larger areas. We're getting that all caught up. So put a little bit of coat, and that's going there on the back. And then we'll put the regular coat of paint, the right color in, so it all blends. Also here in the master's bath, starting to work the tiling around the back side of our bathtub that's going to get put in. So Mr. Marlin, our foreman, is continuing to work the tiling here from the back side of the shower, the piece that connects between the shower and the bracing for the tub, as well as the remaining sections of our wall. start the collaboration process. Our plumbers are up on the top. So that's Mr. Wren up here in the striped shirt, working with the guys from Solanda Solar Heart hot water heater systems. What they're doing is making the connections for the hot and cold water supply lines, so that we can get all those connected. The next group of folks that'll be up there with them will be our electricians, so that we can make the electrical connection for the electrical backup on the system. So the guys have made all the plumbing connections. They're now working on the electrical connections. So all they needed from the electricians was to have a set of hot wires that will go up there, so the electrical feed, and a couple extra pieces of conduit to be able to route the electrical wiring properly to the heater backup. Okay, so that's what they're working on at the moment, is getting that all connected. Once that's done, they'll start wrapping it up and let it fill and start testing the system. All right, now that they're all getting ready to go to break, let's take a look at what's going on back here in the master's closet. Looks like we've got a lot of paint that's been going on. You can see the back of the cabinets have been getting painted, not quite to match just yet, still in progress. All right, our tile work seems to have been up to a certain point. They're still working on it. They have temporarily moved the tub back into position. All right, so the hot water installation is completed, and the big test was a success. We have hot water with pressure, and the hot water is set at, believe it or not, 60 centigrade. For you guys in the US, that's 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Standard in the US is anywhere between 125 to 140. Anything over 140 will cause scalding of the skin. So we will have fun doing some mixing of the water until we get just the right temperature for Goldilocks. You know how it is. Oh, too hot, a little bit too cold, just right. Okay, the next thing being installed, hopefully, I don't know if it'll be today, but hopefully it should be the big tub. The only tub in the house is this tub. Everything else is stand-up showers. So we got 3 stand-up showers and 1 big tub. Got to have some place to relax after, sitting outside in the kubo all day, right? All right. Now that we got hot and cold water flowing, we're starting to get the big tub connected. So, Mr. Wren getting a little supervision. So, you got the nice long hoses to be able to pull the tub out and work on it, but also getting connected. So we got the hot water connected already, cold water's coming next, and then they'll start working on the drain line. All right, so the basics for the tub are installed. We got cold water, hot water, and whether it goes from coming in the tub or the wand. Once it's full, then we can turn on the jets. All drains nicely and not out on the floor. Bonus. All right, then now we're going to start working on the tiles on Monday. Woo-hoo. All right, guys, I need to do shout outs before I forget it here at the last minute. So for the last 2 weeks, we've had several new subscribers that have let us commented, let us know where they're going or where they're from, and just said, hey, thanks for being part of our vlog, part of our building experience here in the Philippines. So here we go. A big thank you to all of the following. Mary Rutherford from Alabama. Thanks to you and Wes. Ron Roden from Jamaica. John and Anna Gall from Scottsdale, Arizona. Paul Brown, living in Malolos, but originally from Odessa, Texas. You can never doubt when a person is from Texas. They will tell you they are from Texas. Also, thanks to Albert Bondoc, one of our granite installers, for also subscribing from San Fernando. Also, one of our subscribers that was also here on site today, Mr. Jodell from Solanda, helped install the solar hot water heater today. Big thank you to the entire Solanda Solar Hot water heater installation crew. Fabulous job. Well, now that's what I call an eventful day. We had hot water heater installed. We had our Whirlpool tub installed. More lights. The door lock on the main front door was finished. Wow. It's been a very productive week. We started off the week with the water filtration system being put in place on Tuesday, I believe it was. And then we just started off and went from there. Very nice week. Very happy. If y'all like today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again on Monday, have a great afternoon and God bless.
Peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot, 9 days old.